Aries, welcome, welcome. I am bringing you a reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Couple announcements. One, we have got the new moon in Scorpio coming up on the 4th or 5th, depending on where you are around the globe. And we also are just closing out of Mercury's post-retrograde shadow phase. So, moving forward, but in decidedly different energy than last month, because we now have a Scorpio sun, a Scorpio new moon coming up, and eclipse season is also on the way. So just wanted to make you aware of that. Start setting your intentions for that new moon. Your oracle, very interesting today. Something came out that the minute I saw it, it made me think of the morning musing, which in the channel membership, I do a reading, a very short reading, 10-15 minutes, for the signs I'm going to read for later that day. And there was a theme around empathy, around possibly being an empath, and also having issues with your own sense of value or feeling devalued. So we had an oracle that was about empathy and sensitivity, and we had your focus card was the Five of Pentacles. So for this reading, I pulled from Energy Oracle, and the card that came out in reverse. It is card 42, Woman Holding a Coin. Now, 4 and 2 is 6. It's about balance and getting your sea legs and feeling stable after some measure of change or instability. But it's in reverse, so it's suggesting instability. And what this card talks about is how you value yourself and even your life, or that there may be someone who is devaluing you or causing you to doubt your own value or worth. Okay, so there may be a feminine energy from the past as well, because this is woman holding a coin, and there is a card in the deck for man holding a coin. A feminine energy from the past could still be impacting you today, so take a look at that. And you may need to release a toxic connection if that's the case. So I feel like it's pretty connected to the morning music. The second card out was from Priestess of Light, card 24. 2 and 4 is 6. So we had 42, 24. Those are good numbers to look at. And this is the adjustment card, looking back, then moving forward. So you want to look back, make any adjustments, especially if this card holds true for you. Okay, where is that question about value or that feeling of being devalued? Where is that coming from? Like, look back at it, make any adjustments before moving forward. And it does say that with this card, the card to the left and the right are really important. So the card to the left is about your value and worth, and the card to the right is tender embrace, which is about compassion and sensitivity and empathy, especially towards yourself. So it's back to the morning musing. So you may need to shift your path a little bit with this adjustment card. Make sure that it's in alignment. You may need to abandon a certain path you may be on if you're feeling like you're going down this sort of rabbit hole of questions around your sense of value and worth. And then from Oracle of the Seven Energies, card 22, that's a master number. We don't reduce it. It is the 4th energy center or chakra. It is your heart chakra. And it's a card, as I said, of compassion and empathy and sensitivity. It's also a card of self-care. So we've got a little Queen of Pentacles coming in with this card. And the question you may want to ask yourself is, where do I need to be kinder or gentler in my life? And starting with me. Because if you cannot be kind and gentle to yourself, Aries, you cannot extend that kindness and empathy and compassion to others. So I feel like there's a strong message for someone there about really recognizing in the past where this energy is coming from, looking back at it honestly, and making any adjustments that may be needed as you move forward with sensitivity, empathy, and compassion for yourself. I love the message. I think it's important. We just all came through a super bumpy time with Mercury's retrograde was kind of rough. And there have been lots of lunations in the last half of this year that have made it difficult for us to avoid those deeper feelings and the emotional scars from the past. So Give it a think. Moving on to your tarot. Let's see what's coming through in your connection. These readings are not date or time specific. I trust that whenever you come upon them, if they speak to you, they are your message at that time. I always kind of let you know that it doesn't matter if you are here as an Aries or if you are here as a cross watcher. You may just need to move, switch the characters around as long as the storyline resonates. That's what matters most. If you're new to the channel, welcome, welcome. I hope if you enjoy the reading, you'll consider joining us by subscribing and clicking the little bell so you get notified. All right, here we go. Three of Cups. So this is the present energy we're working with now. Let's see. Yes, and the Magician. I'm going to need to clarify this for sure. I feel as if the Magician is coming in to support the energy of the Three of Cups. So we could be manifesting some form of celebration or reunion here. We could also be manifesting something around a third party energy. So let's see what's underneath. Lovers. Okay, card of choice and union. So I am feeling reunion coming in here pretty strong. Judgment. This is our third card out now talking about reunion. The Judgment card is a call to the past life soulmate for second chances, reunion, forgiveness. Really beautiful energy here. We have what is crowning you, though, is the Seven of Cups. So all right, so what the crowning card tells us, Aries, is where we're going to get our strength to bring about our desired outcome. And I feel like you're being asked to deal with the emotional baggage, right? What have you buried? We're talking about the adjustments here. Remember that Priestess of Light card, that looking back and sorting through all the stuff. The emotions that remain. So there could be a little bit of emotional overwhelm that's coming through, but this card in this position is telling you that will serve you well going forward. Sure, the Empress, divine feminine energy, Taurus and Libra coming in, ruled by Venus. I love the Empress in this position because there's the empathy, there's the tender embrace, there's the self-love and the nurturance first to give to yourself before you offer it to your divine counterpart. Let's see what Spirit says. The advice card, Five of Wands. So we're looking at some conflict and change and instability, but it feels as if it may be coming from outside sources. There may be some competition or some outer struggle that's impacting your connection. The energy that surrounds you, you may be unaware of. Ten of Wands. Someone here wants to offload a heavy burden. It's been something that has been weighing on one's shoulders, feeling like they can't kind of carry this burden any longer. We'll see what that's about. Your hopes and or fears, Six of Pentacles. I like it because it's talking about balance and it's talking about reciprocity and receiving as much as you give and vice versa. So I like the energy of the Six of Pentacles in your hopes and fears, but it may be talking about your fear that you're not receiving that which you have been putting into the connection. So I'll clarify that. And the potential outcome going forward, Three of Pentacles, right? It's a team effort. This is co-creative energy, but it's also about cooperation and working together, you, your divine counterpart, and spirit, that trinity of energies coming together to take what you have and build upon it. So I like that. Let's see if I can get a better hit on that Three of Cups. Sometimes I clarify these together. Today I am not going to. I want a solid hit on the Three of Cups. Knight of Pentacles, Temperance, Justice, and let me look at the Magician. Oh my. Okay, that's better. All right, because whenever I see the Magician and the Devil together, I get kind of a little bit nervous about it because these two together are never up to any good. There's definitely, trickster energy here, deception, sleight of hand kind of energy. But, I mean, think of this. 4 major arcana here are in the challenge position of what's crossing you. And then we have, but you're wiser now. So there isn't anything that's going to get past you. There's some like inner reflection, some inner wisdom that you've gained in time, and you're more sure of yourself now with the Hierophant underneath. So this is telling you, no matter what you're faced with, Aries, stand your ground. You know who you are at your core. Don't come off that position. You're wiser. Use all the wisdom you've gained on this last leg of your spiritual journey to support you. So I do kind of like that. I feel like with the Three of Cups, you're moving cautiously. You want to take efforts to move forward, but you're doing so slowly with this Knight of Pentacles and the Temperance card, patience and waiting, the wisdom of the patience to wait for things to come into flow or balance. And then underneath is Justice, which is getting your just desserts, right? Where some leveling of the playing field comes into being. So I'm not really sure still on the Three of Cups. It could be talking about third-party energy, especially because we have the Devil here. There may be a question around whether you've been dealing with some karmic energy that has been in the picture for a while. Because this is pretty strong energy. We've got Magician, Devil, Hermit, and Hierophant, 4 major arcana. And underneath is this Justice, which makes me feel like things have been out of balance for a while, all because of this Three of Cups. Like, will we get back together or won't we? Or is there someone else in the mix that's disrupting? And that's why we have the Five of Wands. So I'm just helping you see my train of thought. Let's look at the Lovers. I don't have a great handle on the deck today. The cards don't want to cooperate, so it's almost like somebody's getting in the way. Yeah, so whatever this is about in your subconscious realm, the Below card, what you're working through is, gathering up your confidence to know you can overcome any of these challenges you've been presented with the Lovers card, and make a choice that's in your highest and best good, because there is the Five of Pentacles that I mentioned from the morning musing, and where we are talking about this woman holding a coin in reverse. So there's something here, where it's about how you feel. Do you feel valued in this connection? So when you're making your choice, you have to consider that. I do know there's a lot of passion here, and that underneath on some level, you're feeling like really inspired to take some form of action, but you still have to get your confidence up and overcome that self-doubt or questioning your own value and worth, Aries. Judgment in the past. What have you already learned? Wow. So we have, I'm looking at a couple that either lives together, is married, or is in a long-term committed connection. King and Queen of Pentacles with the Ten of Pentacles. So for some of you, there may be a marital situation or a long-term committed relationship, or something that kind of broke up. I'm feeling like this in the past. What you've learned is that you need forgiveness. You need to choose to be together. It's a choice every single day. And I feel like that's part of the journey of this connection. Do you have each other's back? Are you showing up for each other in 3D? If not, the Judgment card is what's coming through to say, this is a lesson you've been working through. Can you forgive? Can you let bygones be bygones? Can you make peace? Can you offer each other a second chance at something more committed that might lead toward life partnership? So for those of you who have had an issue around commitment or moving forward in a more committed way toward a common goal of life partnership, that's what I think you've learned in the past. And the Seven of Cups, or have been working through for a while. That keeps coming through. A lot of Pentacles and Earth energy in this reading. Seven of Cups. Yeah, overcoming your fears of rejection so you can finally free yourself from all that you've been carrying for all this while. Aries, the Seven of Cups is emotional stuff. It's emotional baggage. It can be emotional overwhelm. It can also be like where you have created emotional stories that you've told yourself that I don't want to use the word fantasy. This can be a fantasy card, but it can also be a card of dreams unrealized. So with the Seven of Cups and the Moon, right, the fear that you're going to be staying and languishing in that energy forever and just get rejected. So I feel like you're fearing the rejection, but your strength is going to come from working through this emotionally so you can finally liberate yourself and be free from it. That is what your oracle told you here. No question, that is an oracle-based response. Whew. Empress. Wow. Yeah, nurturing yourself through your heartache and the disappointments of the past, for sure. Choosing the path for yourself, working through it. Eight of Pentacles underneath, right? Knowing that you just got to stay focused and have that empathy, that tender embrace is coming now from the Empress for the wounds that you've endured. And, you know, everything leaves a mark, guys. So when you're choosing to set out in a new direction or decide what you want and how you're going to proceed, you do have to look back and you do have to embrace what didn't work for you versus, you know, what did. And then put your head down and what did I just knock off? Oh, I think it was one of these cards. And then just put your head down and come up with creative solutions to the problems of the past. Because once, what do they say? Once you know better, do better. The card went really far away, but it was the one that was under here. If you can remember, you might have to go back a little bit. I mean, it's like all the way back. I'd have to get a broom to get it out. Five of Wands. Hanged Man. Yeah, make no sudden moves here. You've got to kind of, I feel like Spirit's telling you before you take any forward action, get more enlightenment around this. I know it's the sleeves. More enlightenment around the conflict. You have to kind of assess realities on the ground here, Aries. This is one of those things where things might have to stay fluid for a while, even though you don't make any forward progress. And I like that because that's what the adjustment card is about. It's telling you that there's something that needs to be reviewed, and then you have to kind of shift and make adjustments, especially because it may alter your path a bit, right? You may need to work out some kink before you keep moving forward. And here's why. The Ten of Cups underneath. I feel like Spirit's telling you that that Ten of Cups is available to you if you make the proper adjustments and keep things fluid for a little while, which can be difficult for Aries energy to do, regardless of your placement. Aries likes to forge ahead when Aries is ready to forge ahead, and even when they're not. And I feel like Spirit's telling you what the Oracle's telling you, what the cards are telling you, which is there's some adjustments that need to be made. So be sure you take a look at it. Ten of Wands, we have the Magician again. Page of Wands, Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords was in the morning musing too, and it was on that Five of Pentacles. So the energy that surrounds you that you may be unaware of, somebody's trying to manifest a fresh start. Something that's a little lighter in energy than the weight of the world that has been carried around since we had the end of a painful cycle. If that makes sense to you, this is about whatever happened that ended in a very painful way, but it's behind you. So it's coming from under the deck, which means it's sort of saying, this is what this energy is all about. This is what the Ten of Wands is all about, is the Ten of Swords. And in between that are the Magician and the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is a little lighter hearted, a little more flirtatious. It doesn't take itself as seriously. Yeah, a little bit of impulse with the Page of Wands. And in that Magician, we've got someone saying, I know I can offload this negative karma. I know I can release this heavy burden. I know I have all the tools at my disposal. I just want to lighten my load. And that's what is coming through from this Ten of Swords. Just don't want the heaviness anymore. So that could be you, but I feel like it's coming from an outside source because we have the conflict card. So that may be where the two of you go in separate directions. Six of Pentacles. Woof. Okay, so I kind of see your hopes and or fears. You're hoping for forward motion, one baby step at a time. Six of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, Knight of Wands, love and passion. Let's get moving, I hear Aries say, right? Which is where you're being told, or at least advised, you know, hold your horses, literally hold your horses here, Aries. And, you know that reciprocity, that balance will be reestablished in time. I feel like you're hoping for some forward motion, but underneath you're wiser. You know that, there's more that has to be learned or uncovered before you take that first step. I like how you are seeming to appeal to your own better insight and wisdom. Three of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, Chariot. Right, so I feel like you're mirroring this person's energy. Remember I said I'm not sure this is your energy? I'm not sure it is, because Three of Pentacles, in order for us to work together, we got to unload the burden. Then we can move forward. Then we can be victorious. Then we can have our reconciliation. So I almost feel like everything that is playing itself out here, Aries, is based on what happened in the past. And I'm seeing a King and Queen of Pentacles. For some of you, that is nothing more than a relationship in 3D, where there was possible consideration of taking the connection to the next level in some form or fashion. Could also be talking about a married couple, could also be talking about a living couple, could also be just talking about expectations of commitment and life partnership that didn't come to pass. Okay? Everything's hinging on that. The Ten of Wands out twice now. Ten of Swords, there was a painful ending. There's a lot of unresolved emotional energy coming through here. I'm seeing this like so super clearly, and I kind of feel like you're trying to, you got one foot moving forward and everything else is telling you, wait a minute, look back and figure out where things went sideways before you lurch forward. Make sure you resolve it all on an emotional level. And I feel like the outcome is saying, because in order to offload this heavy karma, the negative karma, and move forward victoriously together in reconciliation, you've got to work together. You've got to work it out, work through it. Really interesting. So if this is speaking to you, Aries, I'm going to tell you all the energies that showed up. The link to the extended is below, and where I'm going to go with that is looking at where the divine masculine is coming from, the energy they are showing up with, how they see this whole situation, or how they're looking at things or thinking about it, how they feel about you and their intentions going forward, as well as another card for you from Spirit for how to approach the energies that come through in the extended, as well as some additional oracle before I close it out. So that link is below. Here's who showed up. Sagittarius in the Temperance card, Libra in the Justice card. We have the Magician is Virgo and Gemini, but that's really a card of Mercury. The Devil is Capricorn, Saturnian energy. The Hermit is Virgo. The Hierophant is Taurus. We have the Lovers is Gemini. Strength is Leo. This card I don't think was a major arcana. Judgment is Scorpio. We have Pisces in the Moon, Aquarius in the Fool, Taurus and Libra in the Empress. That's a card of Venus. More Pisces in the Hanged Man. The Magician again, Virgo and Gemini. And Cancerian energy in the Chariot. King and Queen of Pentacles has Earth energy to it, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But again, I feel that's the two of you, regardless of your signs. A little bit of Sagittarian energy in the Knight of Wands. So I think I got everything other than that one card, which I am not sure I can reach. Oops. No, I can't reach it. And I just almost pulled my whole table out. Okay, so the link to the extended is below. I hope this spoke to somebody. Thanks for joining me, Aries, and I'll see you in a future reading. Take care. Bye for now.